Before we built anything, before we spoke, before we even called ourselves human, there was fire. It didn't just keep us alive. It made us who we are. In this video, we'll follow fire's incredible journey, from the first wild flames of prehistory to the atomic infernos of the modern world, and into the cleaner, smarter fires of our future. 100,000 years ago, the first flame. Long before history, before words or writing, a bolt of lightning struck the earth and set a forest ablaze. For early humans, Homo erectus, this was both terror and wonder. Fire burned, devoured, and roared. But for those who dared to get close, it offered something new: control. Archaeological evidence from Africa, China, and Europe shows that early humans learned to tame wildfire nearly 1 million years ago. They didn't create it yet, but they could carry it. Embers tucked in bark, torches lit from lightning-scorched trees. With it came warmth in the cold, light in the dark, and protection from predators. This was the first great turning point in human existence. Fire separated us from the rest of the animal kingdom. It was no longer just nature's force. It was ours to command. The first flame wasn't just a tool. It was a teacher. 800,000 years ago, the cooking revolution. Once early humans learned to keep fire, they discovered something even more transformative: cooking. Fire changed not only how we lived, but who we became. Cooking softened food, making it easier to chew and digest. The calories we once wasted tearing through raw meat or roots could now fuel bigger brains and smaller jaws. Anthropologists believe this single innovation, heating food over flames, accelerated human evolution. It allowed more energy to go to brain growth, leading to the rise of Homo sapiens. Around the campfire, humanity found something else: community. Firelight stretched the day beyond sunset. Stories were told, bonds were formed, and culture was born. In the flickering glow of a shared flame, the first sparks of language and imagination appeared. Fire didn't just feed our bodies. It began to feed our minds. 10,000 to 1,000 BC, fire builds civilization. As humans spread across the earth, fire became the foundation of civilization. It cleared forests for farming through slash-and-burn agriculture, giving rise to agriculture itself. It transformed soft clay into pottery, ore into bronze, and bronze into weapons and tools. From blacksmiths' forges to temple altars, fire became both practical and sacred, a symbol of life, purity, and divine power. In ancient Greece, fire belonged to Hephaestus, the god of creation. In Persia, it represented eternal truth. In every hearth, it meant family and survival. By the Iron Age, humans could shape metals stronger than anything before. Villages grew into cities, cities into empires. At the center of every advancement flickered fire. It warmed our homes, powered our workshops, and illuminated the night. For tens of thousands of years, fire was humanity's heart, both the literal and symbolic flame of progress. 1700 to 1900 AD, the age of industry. Then came a new kind of fire, one that would ignite a revolution. The Industrial Revolution transformed fire from a small domestic flame into a force of global power. Steam engines burned coal to move trains, power factories, and drive ships across oceans. Entire cities thrummed to the rhythm of combustion. For the first time, fire no longer came from wood or lightning. It came from fossil fuels, the compressed remnants of ancient life buried deep within the earth. That fuel launched humanity into a new age of invention. Ironworks, textile mills, locomotives, and machines that reshaped both landscape and lifestyle. But every spark had a shadow. Smoke darkened skies, rivers filled with soot. Fire, once the symbol of progress, now became a warning, the beginning of pollution and overuse. We had learned to burn faster and brighter than ever, but also, for the first time, to burn too much. 1940s to today, atomic fire. In the 20th century, humanity unlocked the most powerful fire of all, the fire inside the atom. When scientists split uranium in 1938, they unleashed an energy unlike anything the world had seen: nuclear fire. It could power entire cities, or obliterate them in an instant. In 1945, the atomic bomb introduced a terrifying new truth: fire had evolved beyond control. The same discovery that lit up homes also cast the shadow of extinction. Yet the atomic age wasn't only about destruction. Nuclear reactors began providing clean electricity to millions, harnessing the same reaction that fuels the stars. This was fire's dual nature, creator and destroyer. Progress and peril intertwined, from campfire to mushroom cloud. The story of fire mirrored the story of humanity, reaching upward, yet always at risk of consuming itself. Present and future, the fire of tomorrow. Today, we live in an age of reflection. We've burned forests, coal, oil, and even atoms, but we've also learned that fire's power comes with a price. Now we search for cleaner fires, the kind that sustain rather than destroy. Solar panels capture the burning of the sun without smoke or flame. Fusion reactors attempt to replicate the sun's fire itself, promising endless clean energy. Hydrogen power and wind turbines represent new ways of channeling the same ancient concept, transforming energy to sustain life. Fire has evolved from being something we feared to something we shaped, and now, into something we must balance. Can we master the final stage of fire's evolution? A version that gives without taking? Or will the very force that made us human be the one that unravels us? The future of fire isn't just about energy. It's about identity. It's about how far we can go without burning everything we've built. The eternal flame, from a spark struck in darkness 1,000,000 years ago to the fires of cities and stars. This force has been our constant companion. It cooked our food, forged our tools, and lit our dreams. It destroyed forests, built empires, and powered revolutions. Fire is our greatest invention and our greatest test. It is the beginning of civilization and perhaps the end of it too. From a spark in the dark to the fire of the stars, it built our world, and it might decide how it ends.